I wrote you a song.
You wrote me a song.
It's called Jamie Smiles.
I just love to see how it goes.
When Jamie... Hold on.
All right, false start.
Don't rush Dusty.
When Jamie...
Give him some room.
Crazy.
Breathe, Dusty.
God damn it!
Come on, Dusty.
Dear Jamie,
Jamie.
when we're together, I feel like we're not in high school,
That's how I feel.
but in our own little Chris and Jamie
This
world.
is our little world.
Whether we're watching Party of Five
I
or
love that show.
practicing our cheers, I feel like I could just be myself.
That's how I feel.
Jamie,
Just here.
we've been friends for a really long time,
Oh shit, don't start that.
but I want to be more than that.
What's the act?
Sincerely, Chris Brander, BFF.
Welcome everybody to the Chasing Domenico podcast.
How often do you get to have this song? I'll be
behind
there.
you.
I'll be there. Oh shit. That sucked, guys. Yes, welcome to the Chasing Domenico podcast. We're coming in a little bit
gliding.
mellow.
Hello, Joyce.
Hello, Joyce.
This is episode 53.
And today, oh no! We are celebrating comedy movie quotes from Just Friends.
Hello, Joyce.
Phone? I'm on the phone.
Well, Chris, what are you doing over at Joyce's?
No,
Oh,
Mom.
Mom.
I'm in the living room 10 feet
away from you.
And I'm
On the phone.
Hello, Joyce.
Hello, Joyce.
Jamie.
Oh shit.
Jamie. This is Chapter 5, Look Alive, the show. And I got a new rule.
Okay, what is it?
Any Will Ferrell character can stop by
Yeah.
anytime.
All right. Who's gonna stop by today, D?
You get my son to call you daddy, I fuck your wife. That is the deal.
Will Ferrell for president.
Four, man.
Count Radio 12. Ow.
Easy, D.
This podcast is rated PG-13 for...
God damn it!
Nice fun, man.
You must listen to this at maximum volume and consider the duration of this podcast a staycation from your problems. Our motto here is hashtag laughter is medicine. Yes, it
Chasing
is.
Domenico is the New York City 80s style Rocky Horror of
With
podcasts.
group participation.
Hey!
Hey!
Stupid dick.
Stupid dick! So relevant today.
Domenico is the New York City-based recording artist.
That's me.
And you can find all her music, podcasts, and everything on DominicoArtist.com.
Yes.
All the social platforms, they're all under Domenico Artist. Twitter, Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube, and not Snapchat.
Not Snapchat.
Nothing.
I cannot Snapchat. I can't take on another platform.
That was the executive decision
I'm
by
on
D.
Facebook the most, guys. Domenico Artist on Facebook. You can find me there.
Hello, Joyce.
New listeners, welcome to the
party.
I offer you friendship, acceptance, and enlightenment. That's not too bad.
That's awesome.
If you enjoy comedy movie quotes,
Shakes come and go, but friends are forever.
If you like
Tight shirt.
if you like the paranormal show Ghost Adventures,
These are our ghost adventures.
family, and if you enjoy playing, having fun, and laughing
Yeah.
at silly shit,
Yes.
this is the podcast
for you.
All right. Yeah!
Oh, there's the
There's
sound.
the Inception train. All aboard. Next stop, Planet Tomac Transport. Hey ho, hip hop, hey ho! Start playing the drinking game now. That's right, new listeners. There is a drinking game to this podcast, and every time I say fuck, you have to drink. Welcome to Planet Tomac, the after party. Tomac is Camelot backwards. I believe that play awakens your life force, and everyone here is dedicated to keeping their inner child alive because it's important.
That's important too.
That's
Fuck.
why we blast off the planet Tomac,
Yeah.
this mythological, magical planet.
All right, tell
the
me, D.
demigods and
Yeah?
folklore legends are all true here, and that's because we're giving ourselves permission to play. To help people get out of your heads
And into your heart.
Boom!
Boom!
Hey!
Good job.
Hey, listeners, hey, listen to me.
Bring it all
Every
around.
single person in this room has an alter ego.
That's right.
Because it's fun. Every motherfucker in this
play.
room has a motherfucking ego. Drink.
Just chugging away.
Oh my God. Just like the show American Gods. If you believe it, you are it. Therefore,
Nice.
I am Queen D. Morpheus, the siren.
everybody stand up,
I am here
stand
to
up.
wake you from the matrix that is your fears. And when I sing, you're totally under my spell, baby.
Just melt away.
Yeah, baby!
You are.
I am WT Wizard, the shapeshifter, and I have a time-traveling invisible hoverboard.
It just keeps getting better and
Yeah,
better, baby.
every time.
Bronies, Trekkers, Vernonites, Legend Trippers, GAC family, Potter
Everybody.
Files, Jedis, and anybody who thinks boo, a Medea Halloween is some funny shit are all welcome here. I invite you to see that movie because it's real funny.
Ah, yeah, that is Jack
yeah.
Ferry, our mythological tour guide here on Tomac. He takes us from one topic to the next.
Why is that?
Ask me!
Because we get off topic sometimes.
That's right. We need some help.
Jack Ferry has a sidekick who likes to greet us once we get here. Lola, the zombie bug fairy. My 13-year-old pug who went to the Rainbow Bridge in 2015, but she was here from the first podcast
right.
with everybody, the original OG.
Just snoring on the floor.
I'm not gonna do that. Spend my hard-earned money on no can and give it to go in my retirement, my whole 1K. I'm not gonna do that. Give no child no candy.
Maybe what is whole 01K?
It's for hoes. It's for all of those women who never ever were able to pay taxes on their money because they got it illegally. So you put the money aside. It's not a 401K. It's a whole 1K. That's what I got, a whole 1K. Yeah, from back in the day when I was stripping. When I was on that pole.
Oh, that's a mystery clip.
But it's not a real mystery clip. It's Medea. Boo Halloween. I'm telling you, you gotta see it. There's Jack Ferry. For a reason, we gotta move on to the first topic.
It's
All
a
right.
fun one,
We're
right?
professionals here. You ready?
Get ready.
Wait.
Oh.
One,
One, two, three.
What the fuck happened to Thanksgiving? Yes, you heard us right.
That's right, the sacred holiday.
What happened to it? Will somebody tell me, please? What the fuck happened to Thanksgiving? They just jacked it.
Skip, just
It's
pass
the
it
time
by.
to be thankful.
Right.
WT
Be
Wizard
thankful for Christmas.
has a theory, but some
Some proof.
information to back up why you feel this way. And I agree with you. But first, listeners, please enjoy some more music from our movie, Just Friends. Okay, WT, go. Go!
So I have a theory about Thanksgiving just being fucked this year.
Commercially.
Like, commercially.
Commercially. Not in our hearts and spirits. You can't know that.
No, it can't be crushed.
Hello, Joyce.
Joyce stole Thanksgiving.
I realized that this year in November there's 5 Thursdays, so it means that the gap between Thanksgiving and Christmas is much larger.
Okay.
So I feel that they got together.
They meaning the man.
The
Didn't
man.
invite you.
I have conspiracies now, so let's
Yeah.
just. The man got together and all of them chose to just skip Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Put out all the Santa commercial shit.
Yeah.
The street people put up all
The street people.
Sorry. The business improvement districts put up all the lighted snowflakes and all the Christmas decorations the week after Halloween.
Yeah, that you.
That,
Yeah.
you know,
I agree with you
they're
on
in on
that.
it too.
They.
See, you indulge my theories all the time. It's very kind of you. This
That's
is my
what friends are for.
this is my most recent one.
Yeah.
And
I'd like you to share it with us.
it continues.
Yeah.
So next year,
Yes.
there's also 5 Thursdays in November
Okay.
in 2018. And that month, November starts on a Thursday. So that's actually the longest gap possible. So that's when they're really going to get together
Okay.
and kind of squash Thanksgiving. And if you want to go a little deeper, the next time
I
it
do.
happens is 2023.
Uh-huh.
And the next 5 Thursday, November is 2028 after that.
Okay.
So if you want to keep the pattern going there, if you want to see it with me, you can
Of
see it
shrinking
like that.
Thanksgivings. Celebratory.
About every 6 years, some sort of a cycle. That's just my theory right now, and thank you for indulging it.
What?
You're onto something because
Really?
I've only seen like 2 or 3 Thanksgiving sales. I mean,
Right.
that's what this is
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
The consumerism, the conspiracy consumerism.
And how they all got together behind our backs.
Right.
Well, behind my back, really.
Right, behind your back.
Yeah,
And it's
just me.
Christmas sale. But Thanksgiving has definitely been downplayed more this year. So
Yeah.
I do agree with you on that. Yeah.
One other
Yes.
thing I
Yeah.
noticed, they're already playing Christmas music in all the stores now.
Is there Thanksgiving music?
No, but they wouldn't start playing Christmas music until
Right.
after Thanksgiving.
Listeners, if you agree or disagree with WT Wizard, tell him on Twitter,
shit.
WT Wizard at ELE Media NYC.
That's right.
Him, not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, talk to me, just me.
Let him
I
know
love this shit.
what you think about his most recent theory.
If you have any others,
With love, guys. Be respectful.
if you have any others around Thanksgiving, tell me. I love this shit.
Feel my love.
That's me in this video.
Okay, Ron, which jokester changed the key on me?
No one, Samantha. It's been the same key for the last 43 takes.
Well, something's off then because I'm just not feeling it.
I need my guitar. That's from our movie theme today, Just Friends.
Samantha James, bitch.
Samantha James.
These are our ghost adventures. Ladies and gentlemen, for this 2-hour Halloween special, we will be doing our most extreme event ever, right here at the Haunted Museum.
Now everybody just
It's
wants
a
to go to the
night
museum.
of conjuring.
We've decided to call back some past guests, but these aren't any ordinary guests. These experts, much like the artifacts in my museum, are extremely haunted themselves. They've affected us deeply with their rituals, but their mystical and often dangerous powers have also given us incredible evidence. Tonight, they will set out to prove this is the most haunted museum in the world.
They really do. It really is, and I can't wait to go there. But I'm also scared because,
Right.
as an empath, I have no idea how to survive
And
the
yeah,
energy. Because unlike Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum in Connecticut, they bless that place. Now, I
Right.
don't know. I haven't spoken to Zach, so I don't know if he blesses the place.
We haven't talked
but
this week.
what we saw, I mean, shit is just running wild, and that's part of the charm. Okay, Bloody Mary comes in. She's the voodoo queen of New Orleans. They've done rituals with her in the past.
Directly behind you
I would look in this room.
is a human skull that I found in the attic of an old hotel. The lady that sold it to me said that she wanted to get rid of it and it cursed a family that owned it before me.
Why wouldn't you want to keep it?
Give that to me, please. She takes a snake in a
Right.
jar that Zach has, and she needs a water, candle, and liquor to do her conjuring.
Right.
It's a bunch of conjuring. You gotta coordinate your conjuring.
The mushroom belt.
Well, the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate, so you got to coordinate.
Coordinate.
Just trying to impress you.
That's a
a
mystery clip. Gotta shake it up and keep it fresh.
Hello, Joyce?
Hello, Joyce. No, Joyce is not the next guest. The next guest
hope
is
not.
Father Sebastian, a vampire Zach met in 2013 when he was filming Netherworld. And his conjuring object will
coordinating.
coordinating conjuring will be Bela Lugosi's mirror, which has a terrible dark history. Third guest is Lady Snake. Listen
old Lady
to
Snake.
the interns. Nobody seems to like Lady Snake.
She's a witch that has been on several investigations with GAC.
Yes.
And her conjuring is Ed Gein's cauldron.
Holy shit.
You asked for something at the ramming and you got something. Now, if you've noticed as you've gone along your journey, you've actually gone darker, you've gone more demonic, you've gone more into the satanic side of things. And she's gave you what you wanted. So she's going to want something in return sooner or later. I hope you're ready, because I don't mess around, you know that. And I've got a lot planned, especially for this place.
We're ready for it.
Yeah, we're ready for it. I'm glad he stood up to her like, we're ready
take it.
for it.
We'll
That
give
was
what we
really
need.
scary what she was saying. It brought me back to the whole ancient ramen.
Right.
And she's not kidding. Like, yes, if you want to look at it that way.
Right. The whole,
What did he get? I guess, I mean, he's really expanded his business and everything has gone really, really dark.
Right.
What does he mean she wants a gift? Like, what does he have to do? I mean, like I can imagine it doesn't sound very nice.
Right.
But fuck off, man. I'm
just running my
ready
life.
for it.
We're ready for it.
So Jay comes in, he's in the cauldron room, and he tells everybody about a nightmare he had the night before.
Like he was texting them, like, I had the worst nightmare of my life and the demon on my neck pulling my skin off.
They're like,
and
hey.
Lady Snake was like, has anyone had any bad nightmares? And they're like, Jay!
Jay did.
Because he touched it. That's what she was saying.
Right.
They're bringing the cauldron in, so he already made a connection. So they're like, Jay, you want to do the ceremony with her?
You wanna stay here?
And Jay goes, I remember you guys, meaning Zach and Aaron, before you did rituals with Lady Snake and after. And he accepted it. But then she goes to Jay, one thing. Are you willing to give your blood? I guess he did, right?
Yeah.
What?
No.
We want to open the veil to see, literally, what is attached to not only my objects, but to these people. We're observing and studying them both by using us as conduits. That's where the dangerous part sets in.
So they're all coordinating their conjuring.
Right, they're all going to be bait.
Patty, a psychic medium white witch. I like her a lot. They worked with her before, the Black Dahlia house.
Oh, yeah.
She comes and he puts her in a gypsy wagon. I don't know why that makes me kind of laugh when I say that, a gypsy wagon.
How often do you see a gypsy wagon,
She's not too often. She's unaware of all the coordinating conjuring going on throughout the museum.
Right.
And she starts picking up on what these guys are doing, like the vampire guy, the breath, Lady Snake going around in circles, Bloody Mary, she's on the ground.
I mean, she's nailing all of it. Bloody Mary's on the ground with the haunted doll Cynthia, just snuggling with her, talking about some kind of crazy T-sex shit.
Whereas Father Sebastian, the vampire, passes out when he's confronting Bela Lugosi's mirror, and he hit hard. He's a big guy.
Right.
Slam straight down. You see his feet fly up, so you know he hit his head. I mean, that's crazy shit.
He didn't brace himself at all. He just passed. He just passed out.
All right, so they got him outside, and his consort, Isabella, was telling Zach how, and Father Sebastian doesn't even remember this. She's like, oh, you turned around.
He did
you
the
were looking
creepy
all
turn.
spicy at me, ready to throw down. Didn't say anything, but they showed it the way he just turned and looked at her, and she felt threatened, and then he turned back. But then she started feeling a burning on her neck. So when they're outside, Zach's like putting it together, like, okay, you looked at her like you want to hurt her, and now her neck is burning. Yes.
Oh, yeah, Dakota. It's like welted. What did I tell you at the very beginning of this? Don't be scared. And what did you say? I'm scared. Yeah.
Poor guy. Dakota, he won the mashup that they did a few years ago, and now he's a cameraman for them.
That's
young
amazing.
guy.
Yeah, young guy's got
and
a dream job.
man, they jacked his back, the scratches, and it was getting worse and worse. When Zach brings Patty the White Witch into the Ed Gein Cauldron room with Lady Snake, and damn, throw down, baby. Zach gets in between them because he's like, I can feel this energy. They get a disembodied voice too.
Yeah.
Patty's like, can you feel that? I mean, Lady Snake's like, get out. I'm going to fuck you up, put you in this cauldron.
Wouldn't give
get
up her stick.
out. Oh my God. So Zach's like, all right, Patty, you got to get out of here.
After he lets her out of the museum, Zach comes back into the room and puts the spirit box into the cauldron and asks, who is here? And the EVP...
It doesn't translate on the podcast,
but it says
the devil. Really?
The dark energy in my museum is quite active. And as I go into the basement to check on Bloody Mary, who is working with Cynthia, a doll that spoke to us here in the basement during a previous investigation.
I just felt something spiraling around me, and that was the coldness. It's gone now.
Still on me right now, not quite as it was that.
The Obulus gets the name Norman and gets mad. It says mad, it doesn't get mad. Well, maybe it does get mad because Cynthia the haunted doll says, cup, produce. And she wants to drink tea. That's what she was saying earlier to Bloody Mary.
When they're on the floor, on the little
I want tea.
mattress on the
Give me
floor.
tea.
But going back to the Norman thing, they got that name on two different devices in two different parts of the museum. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
Yes. And what's even crazier is when Zach takes Cynthia the doll from Bloody Mary and brings her back to her case upstairs really, really quickly because Bloody Mary was getting a real big, close attachment to that dog.
Tell me who you are without Bloody Mary here.
Dakota just said.
What? Devil.
It did all this at once. It goes contrition, isn't that the prayer?
It says surprise.
And then it goes surprise, I'm the devil.
What is in this room?
Surprise, I'm the devil.
Surprise! I'm the devil! Great lockdown.
A lot of fun
Zach,
as usual.
Please
Take us out.
This building houses some of the most haunted objects in the world. With the added influence of these masters of the occult, we were able to confront the dangerous presence bound within the walls of the haunted museum.
I just cracked my neck in a bad way.
It's all the demonic
I
talk
guess
here.
so.
Yeah.
That was a great Halloween special.
scratched?
The second part of their special was Annabelle, and you might be surprised why we're not talking about Annabelle since we met Annabelle at the Occult Museum. But what's there to say? Like, they got great evidence. They saw the stick figure jumping in and out, but there was a huge controversy about Zach touching Annabelle's foot. I don't want to be a part of that controversy, but I will say as an empath, sometimes you feel compelled to do something really stupid. Okay? Right? But we met Tony Sparra, and he's not a friendly guy to begin with, so he took Annabelle and got the hell out of there. But again, we are really excited that Annabelle came to Zach's museum.
She left.
So, you know, hey, man, you know, and he's like...
Evil travels.
Thanks for saving me. Yay, Dusty! You remember Chris Brander?
That's so messed up.
That's from our theme today. Just friends.
Evolution, revolution, free your mind.
Welcome to Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time.
No, it ain't.
Get up, interns and ball bags.
You fucking ball bags.
All right.
The revolution is here. Welcome to Evolution Revolution. Free your mind.
What's up, Minotaurs?
Free your mind, peoples. Come on. To King Arthur's round table here on planet Tomac. We come together as equals. We love each other. We sit down. We speak our truths.
We hug. We give presents.
Hashtag live your truth.
Right on.
And the first stop is always stop cyberbullying and empowerment. See, those are two things that I'm putting together, and this is part of the
'Cause you're
enlightenment.
smart.
I'm smart. I got the smarts.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
I'll tell you what's up. If you're feeling cyberbullied, empower yourself to block and ignore the bully. The key word is ignore. Nobody ignores. I know how hard it is to ignore rude, argumentative, asshole people.
Because you feel like you're not being heard
They're
if you don't
everywhere.
strike back.
If you have a need to address somebody, then do it. Address it, hit it, quit it, and be done. Don't talk about the bully in a public forum because you're giving them more attention.
Right.
Talk to your friends in private messages so you can get the support that you need and deserve. But ignore the bully. If you're ignoring them, you don't know if they're saying shit about you. They'll move on to somebody else.
Right.
And if your friends are saying, oh, so-and-so's talking shit about you, a real friend would be able to take you saying to them, I love you,
I don't want to hear that
thanks,
shit.
but you know what? I want it off my radar. And they should be cool. And if they're not cool, they're not your friend.
Right.
Self-control is empowerment. Now, don't look at me like that.
All right, okay.
To have self-control,
Explain.
you are empowering yourself. We'll do a test. Everybody, let's say, get an email from somebody that you don't want to hear back from.
Right.
Don't read the email. Or you get a voice message and you don't want to but you can't. You find yourself listening
do
to
that
it.
all the fucking time.
Everybody does it. I don't. I used to, like the rest of the human race. Okay? But with practice, in time, you can learn self-control. I don't listen to negative messages on the phone. I don't
delete.
listen to your email. Delete. And I feel strong.
And you probably feel much more relaxed without that shit in your life.
Don't I sound more relaxed?
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Man.
Hashtag stop cyberbullying. If there's no audience,
Interns, there's no show.
Do you ever poster on your wall? Yeah, I slapped a hand to it like an hour ago.
What hand did you slap? Not the hand that I just bought.
Oh, Mrs. Brander, do you have anything else besides ham? Because I'm on the Paracone diet and I need salmon like now.
I love salmon. It's the prettiest color for bedrooms. So relaxing.
I'm gonna start drinking.
That's from our comedy movie today, Just Friends.
And more music from Just Friends. Teach me more.
Stalker's national anthem.
It's the Stalker national anthem.
Come on, Dusty.
I go by Dusty Lee now. Ball bags.
All right, dude, let's get into a discussion here.
Well, you and I were
Jamie
discussing
smiles.
the other day about negative people and how much they suck. I mean, how horrible you feel after you've been in the presence of an emotional
How much they suck from you.
sucker. Yes,
Yeah.
they just glom on. And I'm not even talking about just from an empath point of view myself and the things that I must do before and after being just with a lot of people in general, because then I get anxiety.
Right.
Be aware of how you feel afterwards.
Right.
But even more so about friends. Let's talk about friends that are negative. See, friends get away with shit because they're already in the back door.
Right.
What? You excuse behaviors because it's like, oh no, but that's my friend.
That's so-and-so,
Yeah,
right,
but
right.
if it was somebody else, you'd be like, look at this ball bag right here.
Their actions get discounted on their past behavior, the past memories you have with them.
Oh, they're my friend.
Yeah, so
they
you
wouldn't do
discount
that
what
to
they're
me.
doing today.
But if most of the time you're walking away feeling horrible,
Right.
maybe you need to reassess. Which also brings me to my next point.
Getting spicy.
Yeah, I am all
Go grit your
spiced
teeth,
up.
yeah.
What?
Fighting with friends.
Okay.
They're deal breakers.
Yeah.
You cross the line, you don't come back from.
Yeah.
I've experienced the most damage happens while you're fighting. So it's not even about the fight, the shit that you fought about. But in
Okay.
the meantime, the friend is acting
Right.
spicy, talking saucy, and want to get all salty with me.
What?
Hey, Chris, it's Samantha. I just talked to my sponsor and I owe you an apology. Samantha, call me. It's Samantha. Hello, Joyce. Joyce. Chris.
I'll pick you up at noon. Listen, I'm busy!
I'm busy. Stupid dick.
That sounds awesome. I'll see you then.
That's from our comedy movie today, Just Friends.
That's getting salty and spicy with somebody. A friend getting high schoolish on social media and unliking your pages or pictures, or kind of they're, encouraging their friends to not really interact with you. And it's very disappointing when a very dear old friend can behave that way because they're upset with you.
You're right. You're so fucking right.
Mm.
And I
I
encourage
know.
you. I encourage you to
know.
share more of this because I think a lot of people can really relate to this.
You should be able to tell a friend, I'm angry or upset with you, without them taking their friendship away from you.
That's right, Dee. They shouldn't take it away from you just because you speak up and
I
say
mean,
how
that's
you
not a
feel.
friend. That's not
Right.
a friend, right?
You
Like,
should
I
expect
don't know why you're
stability from-
upset with me. Like, okay, I'm telling you why. And
But
you're
I'm-
telling
la,
me,
la, la,
and
la,
you're
la,
dismissing
la, la, la.
it. Yes.
Listen, I'm busy!
I'm busy. Stupid dick.
I'm going to take my friendship away.
I don't know why you're upset with me,
Right.
but it's like, well, shit, I guess you're not really interested. But now I'm mad, and they took the friendship away.
Right.
So often it's how you behave during the fight
Right.
that'll mess a friendship up for years. Because I gotta tell you, in my personal situation, I don't know if I could ever be friends with this person again. And that's huge for me to say.
Yeah.
Life's too short, man.
Mhm.
Forgive, to not to forgive. How about this?
Okay.
All right, feel me. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it around. How about me trying to empower myself to be above the bullshit, ignore the bad behaviors
Okay.
that's going on.
If you want to come in full
Take my
circle.
own damn advice.
Take your own medicine.
Right?
Yeah.
Breathe. In spirit, forgive this person, even though the friendship is probably over. Forgive. That's something I'm going to work on, because I don't fucking forgive them yet. But you know what? I'm going to try, because it's the season for it.
That's right.
And that's all I got to say about that topic. I
All
don't know.
day
Anyone
love.
else that can relate to this kind of fighting? There you go. There you go.
Welcome, everybody.
This is my song, Remember. I wrote it, sang it, produced it, arranged it, sang the damn backup. So the least you could do is go download it at DominicoArtist.com, iTunes, Spotify, and Napster. I'll wait.
All right, time for some shout-outs, D.
Planet Tomac family member Dawn.
At end 5723.
Xena the Warrior is kicking breast cancer's
right.
ass, baby.
Go, Dawn.
We love you. ASPCA New York City,
Right on.
stjude.org, standuptocancer.org, Wounded Warrior Project. It's about the warrior, not the war. And Search Dog Foundation.
We are ELE Media, New York City!
Everybody love everybody!
We're home to one priceless asset. It's a mythological siren right across from me. See? It's mythological.
What?
Domenico is a songwriter, producer, and singer. He creates inspirational and funny graphics that spread positive messages of enlightenment, acceptance, and understanding.
That's true, kid.
You're also a creator, producer, and host of this podcast, obviously, which I don't think you get enough props for.
Thank you.
There's a lot of work that goes into making this podcast
To
seem
make
so
this mess.
effortless. No, to make this circus seem effortless takes
Yeah.
a lot of fucking work.
It sure does.
And you can download all of Domenico's music at DominicoArtist.com. You can stream it at Spotify, iTunes, Napster, and you can also
And Google
listen
Play,
and Google Play,
SoundCloud.
Stitcher.
And it's all under Domenico Artist. Because there's too many damn Dominicos all of a sudden out there.
For right now.
Well, let me ask you something,
Yes,
WT
ask me.
Wizard. How can
Yes.
the listeners support an independent artist like myself these days?
Like moi.
Like moi,
Yeah.
when the recording industry is ruled by the major labels
Yeah.
and don't give anybody else a shot.
We use the buddy system.
You need somebody watching your back at all times.
So share the music, share the podcast with at least one friend, and please ask them to do the same. The buddy system. And the currency is retweet, shares, and downloads. Like, share, follow, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Everything online is Domenico Artist. Holy shit! Come on, guys, share my posts. It's not that difficult.
It's free.
It's free.
We are definitely going to Cancun. And you're not going to pay for a thing.
Steve, why did Cam Brady stop by?
Because this is chapter 5.
Look alive, the show.
Any Will Ferrell movie character can stop by anytime. That is so hard to say.
There's the tweet. There's the toot.
The tweet and the tooth.
Tweet and the toot.
That's the Inception train telling us to get ready for that kick to be kicked off of Planet Tomac. But first, it's time to drink again. Get drunk, my friend. It's a Jason Domenico podcast.
Yahtzee!
What was the drink count for the last Jason Domenico podcast, episode 52, where we celebrated comedy movie quotes from Austin Powers' Gold member?
It was 41 drinks, not counting the gangster rule.
Right. And you can listen to podcast 52 at DominicoArtist.com at any time, and all the podcasts come out on the full moon.
The interns made up the rules, and everything is one drink.
I need a beer!
Quote from our movie theme of the show, which is Just Friends. When you hear Domenico say fuck, only Domenico. Fuck! When you hear us say evolution, revolution, free your mind. When you hear us say mystery clip. When you hear us transport to Tolmac, which sounds like... Anytime Domenico says bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Anytime you hear Domenico laugh snort.
The golden rule, you cannot say drink, drank, or drunk, or you must drink a shot. The Planet Tomac
Nasty.
rule, you must play as your party alter ego. So if you're playing as...
I'm Beer Bong McBallbag.
and I call you WT, I have to do a shot of something terrible. And the gangster rule, you think you're a gangster, start playing the drinking game from the beginning of the podcast.
Do you want to know how many drinks the beginning added to the count?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Have fun, drink responsibly, walk in
Okay,
pairs, and
yeah.
call the car services. Why? Because
You ain't gonna make it.
Your daddy works hard day and night to buy all this stuff for you, and you gonna sit up here with all this attitude? Baby, you got to go.
Go where?
I don't know, but you got to get the hell out of here.
That's a mystery clip, but it's not a real mystery clip. It's Medea, but you gotta drink anyway.
I don't know, but you got to get the hell out of here.
That's our mythological tour guide, Jack Berry. He says it's time to depart from Planet Tomac, the after party.
Through Wonderland.
Back to Earth, where the after
party
is at DominicoArtist.com, so bookmark it.
God damn it! God damn it!
Hey everyone, I'm Samantha James, and I'm here with Mr. Cluck Cluck and my new best friend Wafufi, and we're part of a kick-ass humanitarian effort to help promote vegetarianism in third world countries, which is really, really important.
It's important to Samantha. That's from
Wafufi. That's from our
the
comedy movie today.
God damn it!
What?
Ooh, more music from Just Friends. It's time was born ready. Garb, I can eat that crap.
You know, Chris is a great player, but he has rentals.
A good skater can skate in anything. Yeah.
Are you wearing braces? It's not braces, it's a retainer, and it's not that bad.
Yes, it is.
Just be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Now come on, Mikey, now you're making snow angels.
Hey, wait a minute, am I being punked? Where's Ashton? Ashton! Oh my God! You totally got me! Ashton!
This isn't how it works, Samantha. You can't force or torture someone into liking you.
Good big feet. Jamie!
Awesome, I'm ready to get... I'm busy!
I'm busy, stupid dick.
This has been episode 50.
Mom!
What is this, Peanut?
Of the Chasing Domenico podcast.
Holy shit! Check out his shirt!
You stay classy, planet Earth.
And thanks for stopping by.
But mostly...
Hello, Joyce? Joyce?
Don't just have a great night.
Come on,
Let me hear you guys.
Let me hear it, interns.
Have an American night!
God, I want to lick your skin off.
I prefer you didn't.
But I want to.
Don't.